Once again, Happy New Year to everybody. It's January 2022, but today, January 25th, as of this recording, we are celebrating the third year and the third anniversary of Resident Evil 2 Remake, which was released in January 25th, 2019, bringing back the adventure of Leon S. Kennedy and Claire Redfield in Raccoon City in 1998 when the T-virus outbreak happened and turned everybody into zombies, and they went through their little adventure to survive the Raccoon City Police Department, entering the sewers and into the Nest's laboratory, where they had their final encounter with William Birkin and escaped with Sherry Birkin. So, suffice to say, this is one of my favorite remakes ever made, next to the masterpiece, which is the 2002 Resident Evil remake of the first game. We've come to not only talk about this, but the 5th anniversary of Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, which arguably brought back survival horror into the Resident Evil franchise. So these wouldn't be as successful as they were if it were not for this. After such a mixed reaction came from Resident Evil 6, the franchise kind of lost its identity with the advent of Resident Evil 4 in 2005, bringing survival action into the mix. So there was no longer any tension, no longer any need for item boxes and managing inventory. That survival horror aspect and the tension and conserving ammo, it was thrown out the window just for gung-ho action-packed adventure, which wasn't bad. I mean, I enjoyed 4 and 5, but 6 was a different story. But thankfully, they course-corrected things, and that's why we got this 5 years ago. In January 24, 2017, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. If you haven't played it, you'll love it. It has an Evil Dead Sam Raimi atmosphere to it. That's what inspired this game. And if you got the chance to play PT by Hideo Kojima, which would have been Silent Hills, it was in the same vein as this, but both were in development around the same time. So another Resident Evil game that's celebrating its anniversary is the original Resident Evil 2, released in January 21, 1998 for the PlayStation. I grew up with this game. I still love this game. It's one of the best video games ever made, in my opinion. So if you ever had to find a PlayStation 1 game that you need to play, if you've never played it before, play this along with Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy VII, and all of other greatest hits for that console generation. But for now, we are just celebrating the anniversaries of these three games. Yeah. Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 2, and the Resident Evil 2 Remake. Happy anniversary this January as we march on to 26 years of the Resident Evil franchise. I might be playing this game again. And I hope after the success of Resident Evil Village, which was a direct sequel to Resident Evil 7, we get more sequels for Resident Evil. The story should continue. I don't know if they're going to remake Resident Evil 4, but that's in the rumor mill, along with Code Veronica, I hope. That was one of the most underrated sequels, one of the best, and the reason why I got a Sega Dreamcast. They should make that. Resident Evil is still alive and kicking, and I'm always going to be a fan. So thanks for watching, guys. Do play these Resident Evil games if you haven't yet. This is Timzster, wishing you to enter the world of survival horror.